listen to what mama said. Sit down in a church and be quiet and pray. You're taking on the wrong pledge. Your life not granted, so your story echoes in my head.
What I felt, what I've known, never shine through in what I've shown. Never be, never see, oh, to see what might have been.
What I felt, what I've known, never shine through in what I've shown. Never free, never me, so I dub the unforgiven. Welcome family! A bit of Rastafari vibe. Albarossi, Feet Raging Fire. Amazing cover of Metallica Unforgiven.
Justice no kind, it's vision blind. Forward with the sentence, no judge can rewind. Rest indeed, rest in peace.
Love you family, welcome to another live stream. Let's take this beautiful song down. Hello, 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 beautiful family, hello. I wanted to start with a bit of this beautiful vibe. Bit of yeah man, bit of Rastafari. Let's say hello to the chat room. Hello April, shalom Dennis, hello Dennis Barak. Yes, lockdown, lockdown, lockdown. D Lennon, hello from Adelaide. Hello Kali. Hello, who was after Kali? Let's see. Hello Tanya, and hello Dawn, hello Roll King, hello Bryony, shalom Dana, hello Dawn, yes, the wise owl is back, he has to be in God this time. Hello Catherine, hello Nina, big Queensland, hello to everyone from Nina. What are you doing in Queensland, Nina? Oh my goodness. Hello brother Chris, good to see your name. Thank you brother, thank you. Hello, Bryony. Thank you, love. Clara from... Where are you now, Clara? SE. What is SE? Where are you? In Portugal last time, I think you were? I'm not sure. Let me know, Clara. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Janeline. Dove Sano. And Shalom, Achi. Hello, Kate. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Simone. Hello, Joe. Shalom do. Okay, hello Grace from Brisbane, and Roxana and Barat and Rukshika and Nat from Sweden. Clara is in Sweden. Awesome. Welcome back to Sweden, Clara. Let's bring the mantra. Let's bring the mantra. You know what I'm talking about, right? Mahamritanya mantra for the healing and peace within each being that listens to this live stream, love stream, and even to those who don't listen to this love stream, it will still echo into them and spread around this planet. And the more people play this mantra and listen to it, the better impact we create. So let's all give some love and respect to Mahamritanya mantra by the Sacred Sound Choir. There we go. That's in the background. It is Sunday, the 29th of August, beautiful family. August is gone. What's left? September and a lot of October, November, December. That's it. The last 4 months of the year. The last third. That's it. 2021 is going to end in a very dramatic way, in a very intense way. Reality on a 3D is about to be really, really shattered. And a lot of things are coming our way which are no joke, family, no joke. So with a smile on my face, I am now gonna start with today and the next few coming weeks, as long as we can do this. I'm going to prepare you as much as I can, as better as I can, with this beautiful mantra playing in the background to remind us that we are in a safe custodianship of this land and of the Great Spirit, and Spirit is watching over us, and we're being guided always, and we're being protected always, and we are always loved, and we are always everything that happens to us, even the darkest time, even the most terrible challenges, even the most crucial, painful, heartfelt, challenging struggles, turmoils in our life, they are all guided by spirit. They are all guided by the divine love. And that is something that each and every one of us have to remember strongly in every moment in the coming months, because it's going to be challenging to remember it, okay? It might be full on at times, it might be very intense at times, it might be very chaotic at times. There's going to be a lot of things coming down. And so we are just, all this time, all this time together, we are being trained and prepared and building up the energy and building up the vibration and building up our perception, building up our consciousness, training ourselves how to use discernment, how to remain peace, how to remain love, how to install peace, love and harmony wherever we go and whatever we do, even though sometimes it's so hard, so challenging. Just to install peace can be so challenging. Just to install love can be so challenging, because fear rules the planet. Fear took over people's minds. It took over people's souls. Everyone's living from fear. And fear is the primordial primitive brain. It takes over the observing mind, it takes over the reflective mind, it takes over the creative mind, it takes over the spiritual mind. Fear is a primitive brain that kicks in and kidnaps you into primitive, primordial way of being. But it's fear-based. So every thought, every feeling, every action, every decision, every word, every sound, every smell, everything is flavored with fear brain. And fear brain twist things, manipulate things, make things, it's almost like this demon that keep on maliciously kind of corrupt things in order to create malice and chaos and tragedy and pain, and it just wants to create chaos. That's, Black Moon Lilith, Aries energy. It's kind of like Aries is squaring Pluto. We just had the 4th square of Aries and Pluto a week ago. The 5th one is next year. It's going since 2019. Aries is like the sister of Mars. She's like, she's the warrior in the Avatar, She's that woman. She's like the front soldier warrior of the Avatar on that Black Panther, like, wow. There's a lot coming. I felt all this week that the love stream tonight will be different, because I've been going through a lot and I've been downloading heaps, and the challenges I had to face in the last few months have taken me to territories I've never been before. I tapped into abilities and capacities that I never thought I had. And it was through challenge that I had to find them. It's through tough times that I had to find them. And the interesting thing is that the need was actually not the need, but there was this voice that wanted to give up, the voice that wanted to say fuck it all. And these are the voices of the darkness, and they come to us when we are challenged. We're already challenged, we're already struggling. It's very easy to embody love and light in a retreat in Bali, or in some kind of an ashram or medicina ceremony, or sitting around the campfire. Very easy to embody love and light. But that is not where love and light are in their forefront battlefield. The forces of love and light, the true warriors of love and light, usually are being sent to places of darkness. And from their choice or from in divine order without their choice, they're just being forced to face some dark experiences. And for those sensitive ones of you may relate to it, or the empaths, or all the light workers, love beings. Often, we get to ask, why do we deserve such and such to happen to us when we embody love and light? And that is the Chiron in Aries. It's kind of like, why am I so wounded? Why am I being wounded? Why others are wounding me? Why? This is Chiron in Aries. That is there for a while already and for a while to go. It's kind of like, why don't I get my way? Why things can't go the way I want them? Aries, me, my ego, my mind. I've created this thing that I want to achieve, this thing that I want to be, this thing that I want to create, this thing that I want to live by. But then, why? So that's the Chiron in Aries aspect that affects all of us at the moment. I will attend the chat room in a moment. I'm just downloading here. But this week I sat and I was like, this love stream cannot be the same, because I'm not the same. I've been through a lot. And the main challenge was to embody love, to embody light, to embody peace, even though all the conditions were against it. The ego mind had all the justification to do and to be anything else but that, in a legit reason, for legit reasons, But I had to have this very strong, conscious spirit compass that was just holding me and saying, no matter how much your ego may be hurt, or how much your ego is maybe feeling anger or pain or hurt or all kind of negative emotions or feelings, or how much your mind is processing whatever happened to you with whatever filter it is, if it's your trauma brain, if it's your intuitive brain, if it's your creative brain or your primitive brain, whatever you're doing up there, if it's not love, don't you dare fucking do that. Excuse the language, but don't you dare fall down the trap. And there will be traps. And let me tell you, based on my work over the last 11 years of being in service, I've learned to recognize a certain pattern that exists for quite a few way showers. I will be hit first, and then a week, few days or week or 2 weeks later, suddenly as I get out of it, everyone's starting to get hit. And I realized that it's like I get hit first, so that then when the collective go through it, I'll be able to hold space and navigate with them, for them. So this week, realization and experiences were, I would have given this week away at any given moment. It was a week that I would not like to experience again. It was very challenging. Very, very challenging. On a personal inner level. But that's the thing. There are many lessons here. But the main lesson I want to deliver to you, and it's the reason why I'm even sharing that with you. My hand is recovering. Tomorrow I'm taking my stitches out, baby. 3 stitches for confirmation I got. So tomorrow the confirmation will be kind of sealed and the stitches will come out. The main realization I want to deliver, which relates to this energy. In the coming months, there will be every freaking reason to go dark, to go fear, to go anger, to go frustration, to go revenge, to go attack, to go abuse, to go and do to others what they did to you, and your ego, and why? Because you're suppressed for almost, let's see, September, March, That's 18 months. Suppressed for 18 months. Our businesses are screwed. My business, my secretary is closed. It's like it's a ghost town, right? A space that was a hub of love for community, to heal together, to connect. A space that provided a family is just frozen. Like me, many others. Yoga studios, healers, therapists, Many people are still living normal life. Office workers, tradies, you see them on the roads. They're driving, everything's normal for them. Going to the offices, they're still making their hundreds of dollars an hour. They're still doing their meetings on Zoom and line. But the people who are actually the massage therapists or the hands-on healers, the acupuncturists, the Chinese medicine, the herbalist, the naturopath, the homeopath. Okay, yeah, sometimes homeopath, naturopaths can send medications on post, but many of them don't like the vibration of sending it in post. But the idea I'm trying to say, don't you get it? If you haven't got it yet, the well-being industry and the entertainment industry are the ones that got screwed the most in times that they are needed the most. Is that a coincidence? No, it's not a coincidence. And so, people like you, beloved family, that supports people like me, are those that keeping our flame alive. And so, thank you for being here with me, for your support, for your love, for being a part of the community, for sending your blessing to me when I need them. Let's not go emotional on us, because there's been a lot of emotions flowing here, baby. We don't want to go emotional tonight. Let's go into the chat room. Okay, Chloe, Adrienne and Chloe, welcome, beautiful girls. Hello, Rita from the Mornington Peninsula, Jannaline, thank you, love. Hello, brother Stephen from Sunshine Coast, yay. Hello, Deborah, love you. And Nicole, hello. Nina, back at home living with the parents after leaving Melbourne. That's all right. That's just a middle station. Hola, hermano Steven. Everyone loves the owl shirt. Fantastic. Great. I'll give you a bit more of the owl and less from the ceiling. Huh? Let's give you more from the owl. Here's the owl, baby. Here's the owl, yeah. Now let me lift it up. Yeah, I'll give you the full length. There you go. Yeah, baby. Ooh, ooh. Hello. Oh, stream is perfect tonight, huh? Yeah, I had a bit of games. It's kind of a game of luck, to be honest. No, I did Twitch some things. Hello, Charlotte and the family. Hello, Mansi. Charlotte, I hope the kids didn't hear me use the G word. Hello, Jess. Hello, Fiona. Hello, Tanya. Hello, Amy. Hello, Bishop Brother. Bishop Brother, because Bishop is with us in the chat room. Again. I think he deserve. Let's see, where is it? Let's see. Here it is. That's for you, Brother Bishop. Just a second. Let's stop the mantra. 1 second mantra. This is for Brother Bishop. I love him. I love Brother Bishop. This is for you, brother.
This is the story of a man I used to know. He never listened to his dad and mother.
Blaze up the Rastafari flag.
In a wrong place.
Yeah, man.
Friends with a screw face.
You see, the cool thing about live stream is like friends coming along on the live stream, and each one of my friends, my connections, is part of this family. You're all coming from different areas, yeah? Bishop is my brother from music. Bishop is an amazing musician, amazing bass player, and a music producer. And we've done a harmonious gathering journey together. He was doing all the mixing and the mastering, and we sat many hours together in the studio. So just a bit of fun, you know? That's what I love in the love stream, that it kind of flows into different places, and it's like, hey, nothing set in stone, just some fun, some flow. So yeah, welcome, Brother Bishop. I love you, man. Now let's continue with the chat room then. Okay. Oh, Pala. Hello, Pala. Welcome. Hello, Carla Rasta. Hola, hermano John. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Breeze. Hello, Don from England. Lucy. Hello, Lucy. Shalom, Ima. Aviram. Shalom, Aviram. Hello, Rowena. Fantastic. Oh, thank you, Rowena. Hello, Peter. Hello, Tara. Excellent. Hello, Kate. Find that I often go through something, then I come across many. Once I'm out of it, yes, exactly, Kate. So, another way shower, If that's what happens to you too, that's what it's for. So we can kind of guide others once they go through something we've been through before. That's life, people, that's the bottom line. Now that we've come to Virgo, Sun is in Virgo. I'm dropping some astrologies, I'm downloading for you. In Virgo, it's about humility. We're coming from Leo into Virgo. It's like, okay, now that you find your lion, how can you be in service? Virgo, humble service to others. Just a pure, non-toxic service to others because you found your royal self. You find your Leo. So now, how can you offer that to others? How can you help others? How can you make other people's life better? Because at the end of the day, one day you will die as well. So better pass it on before you go, Otherwise, what have you done with it? You just kept it to yourself and you just took it with you? How can you help humanity if you're not passing on what you know? That's the whole idea, I know what my father told me, what his father told him, what his father told him, and I know what my mother told me, that her mother told her, that her mother told her. And some of it is good, and some of it is not good. Which is why we're here, because then we take the things that are not good and we tweak them, and then our kids come and the kids goes like, oh yeah, Dad, you were great in 1 2 3, Mom, you were great in 1 2 3, but man, you sucked in 4 5 6 and you were really bad in 4 5 6. So I'm not taking that from you, I'm making it my own journey of consciousness. Hello, Bridget. Hello, Shufan. Hello, MJ. I missed you, MJ. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Talia from Patsy, Tiani, and Talia. Excellent. Hello, Lean. Hello. Oh, Bishop. You're on organic farm right now. Oh, my God, Bishop. You are the king, man. You are the king. Hello, Liv and Carl. Hello, Haley. And Barra, the 3D world feels like the Truman Show. It feels like many movies, huh? Yeah, all kind of them. But yeah, once again to the main message, people. Let's pour some cup of tea for that one, hey? I don't know if you noticed, but we had a couple of springy days. It was lovely. A bit of sunshine, nice breeze, blue skies. Great time to be out with the medicine of the earth, Virgo. Earth, connect with Mother Nature. Allow yourself to be present in the moment just by staring at a beautiful flower or the trees or the clouds, Just being in nature, just being in the moment, allowing Mother Nature to ground you and to clear your mind, to detox your mind, to detox your soul, but just being present on a bench in a park, just staring at nature, picking up a flower, smelling up a rose, if you find them, going for a walk, petting a dog. There was a dog day this week. The family was posting dog pictures. It was great fun. Lots of doggies. But yeah, remember the main message. By the way, the main message is there will be many, many reasons to come from a place of fear, which is primarily dark. And we can do stupid things when we function on fear. We can say stupid things, we can think stupid things, we can feel stupid things, we can do stupid things. Stupid, absolute stupid things we will never do if we were not in fear. And the more we do, the more regret we feel later. We feel terrible because what just happened to us? How did I allow myself to say that, think that, feel that, do that? That's not like me. Why did that just happen to me? You go through this kind of uncomfortable secondary stage then of like shame, guilt, you feel embarrassed. You're being humbled. So better to avoid that. And the most important time to remember that is in the moment when it actually happens. when you're experiencing the moment and it happens, you can feel that you are in fear vibration. You can feel the adrenaline or the breath, shallow breath. You can feel that your mind is racing in some directions, and it's kind of like you think that you are thinking, but you are not thinking. It's your mind thinking for you, and it's just letting you know that it's thinking for you. And you go like, oh my God, my mind is telling me all these things. Okay, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Yep. And you agree to the mind because the mind is kind of racing. It has its own kind of brain. And when that trauma brain takes over, when the fear brain takes over, this is the time where you need to do the most amount of effort not to fall down the trap of the darkness, not to fall into any thought, feeling, action that is fear-based, because it will only create darkness. It will never create love. Anything that is fear-based will always create more fear, more darkness, more. Not good for us. I've told you all this year, last year, I'll say it again. This challenge is a challenge of frequency. The age of Aquarius. Aquarius rules frequency. Uranus rules frequency. Uranus is in Taurus. Physical, earthy perception. Uranus is shock and trauma. Taurus is our base chakra here on this earth, in this body. So Uranus is triggering all the traumas, all creating shocking experiences, traumatic experiences, sudden unexpected changes to physical reality, to physical health, to physical money, to physical possession. It's base chakra, primordial place of safety, security, stability, Taurus. And it's been zapped by the master lord of trauma. And so not only that Uranus in Taurus is triggering every possible trauma that each and every one of us already have, it is doing that by creating new shocking traumatic experiences which are happening now. And that creates this kind of circuits kind of going on. Trauma brain is going like peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Shit balls, yeah? Shit balls are being thrown at you. Peace and love, 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 man. Peace and love. You get what I'm saying? What did I want? Peace and love. Peace and love. Some light as well. Peace, love, light, harmony. It's not too much to ask for. But if that's what you ask, what do you get? Shitballs. Because you ask to be peace and love. You ask to be love and light. How can you be love and light if you're not going to be challenged by darkness and fear? Be careful what you wish for. Light walkers, we've been trapped. From the moment we joined into the light walkers army, legions of soldiers of love and light, from that moment we've basically assigned ourselves to kind of face the dark and the fear on this planet. And so each and every one of us, as we are facing it in our personal life, this is how we transform it for our personal life, for our lineages, and for the collective consciousness. That's how it works, you know. I'm happy that you love my life. And after Bridget, I love laughing, you know. Yeah, laughter is one of the best medicine for a traumatic life. If you can laugh at yourself, at your own traumas, then you're really mastering yourself, you know. Goodness gracious. Dio mio, Stephen. Dio mio. Carino, Dio mio. Now, all these things I'm telling you about, not to fall down the trap of darkness. It will temptate you through your ego, because your ego will tell you that but you have to, in this time, it's like we have to have this multi-level awareness. Not just the lower awareness we have on a day by day, not that high, not just the high awareness that we practice, if by meditation or intentions or observing or witnessing, but now there is another higher awareness that needs to be involved to supervise that the lower is going through everything, then the upper thinks that it's doing the love and light and but it's influenced by this traumatic time. So it needs to be governed by an even purer aspect of yourself. Even purer than who you've been until now. Even purer than your spiritual form and your spiritual living and the way you see yourself as a consciousness, as a conscious soul. Even that need to be governed right now by a supreme, pure aspect of your soul that is beyond this time and space, Uranus. You have to channel into this lower self of yours that is going through tremendous, intense, excruciating process of breakdown. We are being broken down to pieces. We are being smashed down to pieces. All the construction of the past patriarchy, of the age of Pisces, of our soul incarnations to this time and space, if it's our consciousness, if it's our personality, if it's our life, if it's our relationships, if it's our possessions, if it's our career and job, if it's our health, if it's the way we live in a city, in a country, in lockdown, in this situation, everything is going to go, and it's going already, through a process of a breakdown. You know what I want to bring? Oh my God, something just came to me. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing something here on the go. Something just came to me. And so now I lost where I was before as well. But you just give me a second. There's something I want to bring up. Something important. Okay, there we go. Okay. This is the ending scene of the movie Fight Club. There is a reason why I'm bringing that to you now. Okay, just a second. Let's stop the mantra. The ending scene of the movie Fight Club. If you haven't seen the movie Fight Club. Oops. Why is it not playing? Oh, because I put it down. Silly me. Okay, there we go. Ready, set, go. Here we go.
But it's okay. Marla, look at me. I'm really okay. Trust me. Everything's gonna be fine. You met me at a very strange time in my life.
With your feet on the air, your head on the ground. Try this trick and spin it. Yeah. Get to the collapse, but there's nothing in it.
You get it? You get what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. If you get my drift. Just hold your hands. Hold hands with the people that you want to have close to you. And just remember to laugh. Because again, what can you do? Well, what can you do? It's so much bigger than us. This is so much bigger than us. This is humongous. This is huge. That's why we need the mantra in the background. It's huge. I'm not joking. I mean, look at my hair today. Even my hair is shocking. You know, I love the line he told her. You've met me in a very strange time in my life. For 4 years I've been preparing people. For 4 years. It is September 2017 when my research have started. When my Future Awareness Report journey have started. September 2017, 4 years ago. For 4 years, I've been raising the flags. I've been stating to every person that just was willing to listen. And all those of you who have listened, you are safe and protected. You have prepared yourself as good as you can, as you could. And now comes the time which we have prepared for. It's simple as that. So those of you who have been hearing these messages for a long time, you already know. You know what's coming. You have prepared for it. No need to freak out. We actually did our research and prepared for this time, so we won't have to freak out. There's no need. Give that away. You've done your best. There's more improvements you need to make. Do your improvements. Restock on your food, on your medications, generator, petrol, cash, silver coins, Bitcoin, the usual things we spoke about all this time. Food supply, water. It's a phase. It won't be forever. It's just going to be a few very intense months. It's kind of the crescendo, Things have to have a crescendo, and it's okay. It's like the idea is that when we face a crescendo of intensity, when we face a severe challenge in our life, it is through that journey and through that experience and through that moment that we discover a new ability, a new capacity, a new sense of strength, a new sense of power, a new sense of being, a new sense of self. A new self is discovered or invented, which is Uranus. So you see how I'm talking a lot about Uranus? Uranus was the main flavor of August. We spoke about that because Venus trined Uranus, then Mercury trined Uranus, then the Mars trined Uranus. And now comes the Sun and the Moon in a new moon in Virgo next Monday, trine Uranus. So all this process we've been going through in August has brought a lot of disruption, a lot of challenges, a lot of kind of reminding you that August was all around new moon in Leo, Lion's Gate, 2 full moons in Aquarius, full moon in Aquarius end of July, new moon on the Lion's Gate in Leo on the 8th of August. Very powerful. We are on that cycle still. Do you get it? That everything that has been happening since the 8th of August, 7th of August, did you notice how many things happened to you? Now, can you connect that for a moment with the process you were intending on in the new moon in Leo on the Lion's Gate? How is the process you were going through back then and the intention you've set yourself back then? How is what you're going through right now fully directly related to that? Because we are in this portal of the Lion's Gate new moon in Leo that is only ending next Monday. We are now in the final week. we are now today in the third quarter square. So the love streams this month, this lunar cycle, fell exactly on the clock. Sunday 3 weeks ago was a full moon in Aquarius. Sorry, a new moon in Leo. Then love stream a week after, Sunday 2 weeks ago, was the first quarter square. Then last week was the full moon. Okay? Now this week is the 3/4 square, and next week is the new moon on Monday. And so the new moon on Monday next week is going to trine Uranus, which Uranus is the thing that kind of, Venus trined it, Mercury, Mars, and now the new moon will come into it. And it's an exciting new beginning. There's a lot we can say about the new moon, which I will try more to talk about next week in the love stream, but very exciting new moon is coming. But before the exciting new moon that is coming next week, this week we are going to go through this very, very challenging energy, which is coming to finalize and to finalize the intention that you've set yourself up on the new moon in Leo, on the landscape. So here we are. It's 7:43. That was a 43-minute just download flowing with it, and I can go on with this for the rest of the show because I've just learned so much this week. You have to find your candlelight, and you will only find it inside of you. You can't rely on anyone else. You can't trust anyone else but your own self to hold the sacred flame of your soul, burning, alive, essential. You cannot rely on anyone but yourself. You cannot trust anyone but yourself. It's all also about self-reliance. The more self-reliant you will be, the less dependent you will be. The more empowered you will be, the less shakeable you will be, the less fearful you will be. Because you are relying on your own sense of self-love, your own sense of self-validation, your own self of self-knowing. And when you connect with that, and usually we connect with that when we are being very, very challenged. But then we find that. And once you find that, you go, oh my goodness, you ain't going anywhere, baby. You are staying right here with me because I'm keeping you forever. Until we let it go again. Because other people came around or whatever. Until we find it again. So, Dover Sano, it's your birthday tomorrow. Look, there's always some good news. There's always some good news, right? But I'm just preparing you in general. September, we will remember not because we wanted to remember. You know, I've heard a fact this week. You know, when America left Afghanistan, which any person with a bit of intelligence can see that there's a lot of dodgy things going on around it. Well, when America left Afghanistan, they left the Taliban so much weaponry, missiles, rockets, helicopters, jets, whatever you can think of, to the point that the Taliban now is number 3 rank in the whole wide world in the amount of Black Hawk helicopters that they own. First is America, second is Russia, and now third is the Taliban. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. When we ask for enlightenment, we ultimately ask for the veils to be removed. when the veils are removed, it's not pleasant. You see something you never wanted to see. You wanted to believe that the world is like that, and government is like that, and science is like that, and business is like that, and that friend is like that, that husband, that wife, that, relative, that co-worker, that manager, whatever. You wanted to believe in them in the way you believed in them. You have created your own perception of them. But suddenly they do something that changes your perception of them. And your ego may feel let down or angry or hurt or upset or all kind of things, And when the ego is hurt or upset, it can easily go to the negative experiences of the solar plexus, bullying, revenge, anger, cursing, hitting, bashing, breaking, all kind of bad temper, screaming, yelling, bad temper, completely irrational. And you want to avoid that this week, especially. You want to avoid that because this week we're going to have Mars in opposition to Neptune. And Mars is the planet of action, the warrior, assertion, passion, desire, right? It's in Virgo. It wants to go into the details. It wants to understand what's going on, to put all the pieces together, to really perfect the plan, to kind of put, nail things down and all around, and looking at everything goes like, okay, now this moves here, this needs to go there, this needs to change like that, this needs to change like that. Why is that like that? Why is that like that? Okay, that's Mars in Virgo. But it's in opposition to Neptune in Pisces. And Neptune is very strong in Pisces because it's its home. And Neptune in Pisces rules, on a positive kind of aspect, it rules the magic and the dreams and healing and psychic abilities, intuition, psychic activity, divine intervention, miracles. But on the shadow side, so it's like if we take the light side, if you take this week action that has kind of aspects of Neptune in it, spiritual action, spiritual activities, creative. Neptune is creativity, inspiration, imagination, dream time with spirit. And Mars in Virgo, paying attention to the details and creating something really beautiful, sacred. So, you can take it to that positive place, and you should. That's why the picture I chose for this love stream to this week was like the man sitting in a protected, safe space all by himself, just kind of like comfortable, looking good, comfortable with himself, just peaceful, quiet, looking at the window. But outside the window, there is this storm brewing, lightning, thunders, and it's cold and it's weird. And then there is kind of like the face of the feminine, the spirit, there communicating with him. And that's this week. So this week, best approach will be to navigate more towards creative outlet, spiritual outlet, and even better with self, in a quiet space by yourself. And it could mean that you can go, into your room, office, art studio, whatever, and just pick up a new piece of art, or start a new painting, or write a new composition, a new music piece, a new poetry, a new soundtrack. You may kind of initiate a new project. You may initiate a new desire change in your life, a change in the dynamics. But what you need to be careful of is that Neptune's shadow side is deception, illusions, delusions, lies, deceits. You may be deceived. People may try to deceive you. You may try to deceive other people. You may be delusioned. You may be confused and lost, and your trauma brain is creating like dragons flying out of people's eyes, but really what they do is sending you love smileys, emojis, So you have to be careful of your own mind, that you don't kind of like, because Mercury is also in Virgo at the end degrees of Virgo. So Mercury is on 28 degrees 50 minutes Virgo tonight. By tomorrow, Mercury is moving into Libra. So this is tonight the final night of Mercury in Virgo, and Mercury in Virgo is kind of like, Virgo is home for Mercury. You know, it's mental, practical, analytical, talking about the details. You know, being very practical in your approach, how you do things, paying attention to the details, thinking about what Mercury in Virgo could be hyper analytical, like anal, too much analytical, perfectionist. It has to be like that. Why do you look like that? Why do you walk like that? Why do you talk like that? Why do you feel like that? Why do you dress like that? Why do you eat like that? Why do you drink like that? You know that when you rub your stomach, it's really annoying me because you're rubbing your stomach anti-clockwise and it's supposed to be clockwise. Can you please let me rub my stomach the way I want to rub my stomach? By the way, when you go into the toilet, only use 2 squares of toilet paper, okay? Because we have to save, because it's COVID, it's lockdown. Oops, I said the F word. The C word for the first time. So pay attention to details, pay attention to details. Mercury, this week, the last week, we've all been trying to understand what is going on, what is happening here, what am I supposed to make out of it, like where am I going, what am I doing. We're all trying to put the pieces together, And so as Mars is now building the opposition to Neptune, it's already in opposition. Mercury is ending the journey in Virgo tonight and going tomorrow into Libra and joining Venus in Libra. And so now it's kind of like, okay, slowly, all these personal planets, everything else is basically retrograding. Only the personal planets are moving forward. So over here, this is the only show that is actually happening. Everything else is retrograding. Pluto retrograde, Saturn retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, Neptune retrograde, Chiron retrograde, Aries retrograde. It's like, look, R, Uranus retrograde. The North Node is retrograde, South Node retrograde. The only forward is like personal planet, Venus, Mercury, Mars, and the Sun, the Moon, Black Moon Lilith, which is the goddess of discord. And Juno, the goddess of marriage. So you've got like Juno with the South Node, the old story is gone. Then you've got Black Moon Lilith coming into the North Node with Ceres here. It's like, let's just rebel against everything and make up our own mind and create our own life based on what we want to do. Like, where do we want to go? What do I want to do? What I want to have? I'm done with this all crap, all bullshit, all story. That's done, dead. Rest in peace. And the harder you will try to hold on to this, the more excruciating it will be, the more terrible it will be, the more Twilight Zone it will be, the more scary it will be, the more fearful it will be, because you're holding on to what you thought it will be, what you believed it should be, how you thought this should be, if it's a business or a family life or a marriage or relationship or parenthood or schooling or your job or your career or your investment or your broker or your manager or your whatever. The government or the specialist, or this is the South Node in Sagittarius, the professors, the philosophers, the specialists, those that speak to you on your brainstorming machine all day long on your TV and on your screens, that telling you what to think and how to think and what. This is what they say. Oh, we found new research. It says that. The new research says that. This theory says that. This theory says that. He says that. She says that. Everyone says whatever they say. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has knowledge. Everyone tells you what it is, how to do it, blah, 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 blah. And I have done what I've recommended everyone to do over the last year. I go inwards. I haven't listened to anything for months, for 6, 7, 8 months. Anything related to anything, I haven't listened. I hardly ever read anything. Not from the good side, not from the bad side, not from the right side, not from the wrong sides, not from what I need to read, not from what I don't need to read. At the moment, I'm in a mode that I couldn't give a F about anything that is happening anywhere else but inside of me. If this is already going on like that, What's the point of me going there? I can't do anything over there, but I can do something over here. And that's the North Node in Gemini. I need to figure out my mind, my soul, my heart, my purpose, my spirit, my guidance, my traumas, my illusions, my healing, my miracles, my guidance of love and my guidance of fear, my deepest fears and my greatest love, my darkest shadow and my brightest light. I need to understand who they are. I need to understand what they do. I need to understand how they think, how they operate, how they feel, and how can I bring unity consciousness into me, between my mind and my heart, my shadow and my light, my fear and my love. All that I am, I need to bring unity consciousness here. So, bless everyone for having something to say. I don't have to listen. That's the South Node in Sagittarius. So each one of us chooses its own path, but I'm just trying to show you by sharing with you what I do and by showing you what I do. I don't know much of what's going on in reality right now, really. And I feel good about that, to be honest. I have to, because I'm super sensitive. I have to preserve my energy. I have a very sensitive energy field, my intention was to embody high vibration as much as possible for the collective through all this time, and so for me it was to just eliminate any source of information, to just kind of really stick to basic as if nothing is happening. And so far so good. It's working well. So yeah, I spoke to you now a bit about the shift that is happening with Mercury. As Mercury moves from Virgo into Libra, then this is now judgment call. You know, Libra is around judgment, justice, fairness, equality. And now that Mercury comes to Libra, here comes the court of law, here comes the hearings, here comes the lawsuits, here comes the cases going into the court of law, you know, relationships that broke down, marriages breaking down, businesses breaking down, bankruptcies, small businesses, medium businesses, big businesses, people taking loans, can't pay them, people car accident, whatever accidents, people, trying to scoop some money everywhere they can because everyone's trying to scoop some money from somewhere. And yeah, that's Venus in Libra, yeah, so it's kind of like, okay, so what's fair? What's yours? What's mine? How are we going to split property? How are we going to split money? How are we going to split investment? How are we going to split the business? How are we going to close the business? How are we going to bankrupt the business? How are we going to open the business? How are we going to shrink? How are we going to expand? It's kind of like judgment. Which business will survive? Which business would not survive, do not need to survive? Which relationship will survive? Which relationship doesn't need to survive? All depends on fairness, balance, and equality, right? So Pluto in Capricorn is making sure that anything that... Oh, you're not seeing me. All this time I was pointing the mouse here. Here, all this time I was talking about Venus in Libra, and here is Mercury moving into Libra tonight, okay? So as Venus is in Libra doing the process of balance, equality, fairness in relationships, in money, in investment, in sexuality, in beauty, in health, in values, okay? So it's kind of like society is like, okay, dear John, we know that you value your mask. Okay, dear Felicity, we know that you value your liberty of not wearing mask. Okay, Samantha, we know that you like to wear half a face with a mask and half a face with not. Oh, hello, Bob. Yes, we know. You are an electrician, so you don't need to wear a mask. Okay, yes. But what do you think? 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 Okay. Everyone's right and everyone's wrong. If you think that you're right and others are wrong, others also think that they are right and you're wrong, which means that everyone's right and everyone's wrong. And if you humbly come to that place that you understand that everyone's wrong, including yourself, you will be liberated. Liberated from the need to be right. You don't understand what a sense of freedom that is. Once you let go of the need to be right, you are no longer part of that game of trying to be right. You couldn't give a fuck if you're right. Who is right inside of me? Who wants to be right? Is it my spirit that is beyond this dimension, beyond this time and space, doesn't really not attached to anything of this world? Or is it my lower human ego mind? That's mine. I think so. I feel so. I believe so. I know so. That's mine and I'm holding on to it. What? You think otherwise? Okay, let's fight. Let's hate. Let's revenge. Let's get angry. Let's get upset. Let's humiliate, accumulate, own, destroy, sabotage. Because you are different than me, and that means that I am threatened by you because you are different by me. Because your difference makes me feel less than, or more than, or whatever. But it's all ego bullcrap. It's lower ego bullcrap. So as your Mars, your ego masculine, my needs, my attention, my desires, my wants, my goes into Virgo. I can't. I want it to be exactly like that. No. Can you please stop? Yeah. Do it like that. Yeah. Can you kind of like take hold of yourself? Take action to purify your mind, to purify your life, to purify your heart, to purify your soul, to detox from any creepy crawlers that destroys your ego, that corrupt your ego and make you behave based on your Neptune, your subconscious illusions, deceptions, the way you lie to yourself about who you are. Neptune opposition to Mars. How are you lying to yourself? How are you deceiving yourself? How are you delusioning yourself? What stories have you created in your mind? A fantasy, an illusion, Neptunian creation in Pisces, that is toxifying you, that Mars now in Virgo wants to detox. It's like, let's take action here. This fantasy is not good for you. This illusion, this narrative, this storyline, not good for you. You're holding on to something that is not really what it is. You are deceiving yourself. You are lying to yourself. And the more you try to hold on to this illusion, the harder it will feel. You will suffer more because you're holding on to something that the divine guidance, Neptune, is trying to teach you to surrender, Pisces, Neptune. Surrender and let go, baby boy, baby girl. If you really want to toxify, well, don't force anyone to love you. Don't force anyone to believe in you. Don't force anyone to know who you are or to know your value. Don't force to be approved by others. Don't force anything on others. Detox your intentions and you be you. You do you. You love you. You approve you. You value you. You put yourself first. And watch all the hypocrites fade away. Watch all the liars fade away. Watch all those that deceived you fade away. Because you have stepped into you, baby. But as you do that, do it with Neptune. Compassion, love, understanding. We don't want to create more toxicity. If you're in a toxic place, Mars comes into Virgo to detox the space, not to create more toxicity. But if you fall down the Neptunian path, you can make more toxicity by escaping it more. Using more escapism, more drugs, more alcohol, more sex, more shopping, more illusion, more fantasy, more escaping, more avoiding. You don't want to face reality. You don't want to face reality. Because reality tells you something, but you don't want to face it. You just want to keep on going. But this time it's like, sorry, there's no more keep on going. You have to face it. Okay? So today, what we have today, this is the Mars. Now I'm talking a lot about that because it's the main essence of this week. Okay? We got this Mars opposition to Neptune. So remember that this is the final week that closes in the circle that began in the new moon in Leo on the Lion's Gate, where we each one of us stepped into a lion's heart and said, I am all that I am, all that I am, that I am, I am. I am love. I am light. I am bravery. I am courage. I am strength. I am love. I am light. I am peace. But then guess what comes? The test. If you want to prove to me that you are love, show me how you face this fear. If you want to show me that you are light, show me how you face the darkness. And if you are peace, how do you hold peace in the time of war? I hope you're getting what I'm saying, people, because I'm doing it in a very creative way. So this exact opposition of Mars with Neptune is happening on Wednesday night into Thursday. But what I wanted to tell you about this weekend, as I told you about Venus in Libra, we spoke about it. Venus is now, and this week we've passed the Venus opposition to Chiron. So this week has brought the wound within relationships, the insecurity, the shame, the blame, all the wounded, the pain came up. Your wounds from relationships around money, around love, around sex, around beauty, around health, all of them came up to the surface this week as Venus opposed Chiron. And Venus is trying to install balance and fairness and equality and justice. So if the relationship is wounding you further and it's trauma bonding, it's like, judgment call. If one partner abused the other and wound the other and manipulate the other, judgment call. It's like it's an agent of the universe reminding you that Venus and Mercury and Mars has all passed through the north node of the moon, only like a few months ago. So it's like the north node of the moon channeled into Venus the relationships of the future, the finance, investment of the future, the business of the future, the values of the future, the health of the future, for the next 18 years, okay, into 2039, until the nodes will come back to here again. And then Mercury passed through the north node, retrograded back. Mars passed through the north node and received the delivered action that we need to take for the future, for our future. Yeah. And then Mercury came direct and passed through the north node again, and now they're all charged. And then Venus and Mars made love in Leo, and then we had the new moon in Leo, and Venus is moving forward into Libra, and now Mercury comes into Libra, and here we got the judgments. You pass, you stay, you corrupt, you go away, you are a pedophile, you are a healer, you are a this, you are a that. People judging people, for good and bad. It also means that, as I told you, court cases are flooded with cases. If it's relationship, marriages, businesses, bankruptcies, lawsuits, all kind of stuff, because everyone's trying to survive through the mayhem, okay? And then on top of that, now you're going to have the legal cases of all the Jews and the un-Jews, and all these things is going to come. And now all the corruption and the crimes are coming out, and there is more and more judgment. On top of that, there is people judging people. Everyone hashtagging everyone dividing everyone. Every single one of us that judge someone outside of us is joining the party of judgment, and you're not doing your service. Beautiful brother and sister. Catch yourself. It can happen to any one of us. We're humans. But catch yourself in the moment where you're about to judge that person with a mask or without a mask. And hold that thought. Hold it and go like, laugh at yourself, like, no, they deserve to be them. Let us not judge. We need to manifest unity consciousness on this planet, for God's sake. We have such a big task in our hands. What do you think? It comes easy? transcendence, enlightenment, shift of the ages into the age of Aquarius. It's not gonna come easy. But man, what a ride. What a ride. We are writing history. We are like these people that live in a time that the future generations will speak of. So, stay with me in the halls of wisdom, in the halls of love and light. And we will be proud of our actions in these days for the rest of our lives. So, when you face dark situations, hold the love, hold the light. And remember what I told you. It was a really powerful tip I gave you today. There's your lower self that goes through the motion and emotion of the 3D day by day things. It has its ego, mind, own thoughts, own processes, everything. Then there is the higher self that you practice with, your meditation, your observation, your intention, your creativity. But right now in this time, we need another new aspect of ourselves, which is the supreme, pure, highest soul essence that can snip through and say, you ain't going there, boy. Don't go there, boy. Don't go there. Nah. Yes, you can. You have a legit reason. You deserve that. You absolutely deserve that. And if you do that, I mean, it's fair enough. You deserve that, to do that. You can do that. But I'm offering you a choice. You can avoid it. You can rise above the need to do that. You can rise above the need to say that. You can rise above the need to think that. By remembering that from your purest, highest aspects of yourself, you are pure love. You do not do anything that will harm anyone. You are above the ego, above the human mind, above desires, above needs and wants, above anything three-dimensional physical. That's the aspect that needs to come through in the coming months, again and again and again and again, because those will be the challenges for each one of us. The tests will be in the day by day, in the most simple forms of interactions. Pay attention. Be a winner. Be a winner. Family. Family of love. We are entering now the real hot zone. And if I'm talking about the hot zone, the other scene we can bring having fun today, huh? Let's see. Okay. There you go. So, are you ready? Let me show you this. This is the time now, okay? This is the time now. I'm bringing it up for you. Let me stop the mantra.
Go hit him!
Warriors of light. We charge. We charge. We don't run away. We don't cripple in our feet. We don't get scared. We're not afraid in the battle of light versus dark. We don't feel like, oh my God, they are so big, they are so dark. We charge. We charge and we be light. And we be love. And no matter how scary it will look like, we have to remember that Spirit will provide the divine intervention. And magic will assist us. And the light will overcome the darkness. And the good will prevail. And love will prevail. Alright, so no more killing of trolls, but you get the drift. It's in that time, family. It's in that time. This is where we are. It's a massive battle. If you could see it in your mind's eye, it's a massive battle between the dark and the light, and I can't have you being scared. I can't have you being afraid, and I'm saying that to you as someone that this week had quite intense experiences of being scared and afraid and traumatic and in shock. It was bloody dark this last week for me. But you know what I did? I went in. I sheltered in my own essence of divine guidance and divine love. I have taken minimal actions not to harm myself or others. I have said minimal words not to injure myself or others. I have acted minimally not to harm myself or others. I have held space in the most controlled way, responsible way possible. The amount of energy I had to invest just to sustain presence of staying love and staying light and staying peace, even though there were many reasons for me to be many other things, the demand was humongous. On Friday night I collapsed. I felt exhausted from this week. That's this Venus opposition to Chiron we had, on top of many other things, okay? Venus Chiron. So now Venus passed Chiron, now Mercury comes into Libra, and now we're gonna have Venus and Mercury in Libra doing lots of judgment calls, what's fair, what's not fair, okay? And as Mercury, the communication expression comes with Libra, the goddess of love, and in Venus in Libra, where it's about fairness and equality, which we know that doesn't exist much in the outside reality world at the moment. But guess what? It's happening as Aries is squaring Pluto for the 4th time, right? Aries 2439 in Aries, and Pluto 2438 in Capricorn. And so Aries, the sister of Mars, she is like a warrior, feminine goddess of, like, you know, speaking up for the underdog and marching the street to install justice in places of corruption, in places of abuse. Aries is the power of the feminine power of disruption to create justice and equality. She's the goddess that, you know, the story of Aries is like she wasn't invited to the wedding, but everyone else were invited. Talking about all the gods, all the goddesses. Everyone were invited to this wedding, but Aries wasn't invited. This is the story. So Aries came as a disruptor to the wedding, uninvited, with an apple. And on the apple it says, to the fairest. And she went to the group of goddesses, you know, you've probably seen it in all these yoga studios and New Age, and I'm not mocking anyone, I'm not putting everyone down. I was like, you know, all the babes, you know. Oh my God, you're so sexy in that Lululemon pants. Oh my God, your top is stunning, it's amazing. Oh wow. Oh, when did you do that silicone extension? Oh, did you put that Botox in? Oh my God, yeah. I've done the yoga. Oh yeah, I need to do more down dog because the guy behind me is so hot, you know. These kind of things, right? Hope I entertained you a bit. Suddenly Aries comes as this kind of like rebellious goddess from Shambhala. Comes in, hey yo bitches, what's going on? She comes in, she goes like, hey, to the fairest. And by doing that, she created a huge disruption. Because then all the goddesses like, no, oh, I'm the fairest. No, I think I'm the fairest. Well, I got bigger boobs than you. Well, I've got bigger ass than you. Yeah, I've got Botox lips. I just got the new Lululemon pants with the new Chantel bag and the new Yves Saint Laurent perfume. So I'm the fairest. Now, oh, look, I got a new diamond ring. It's like a $70,000 diamond ring. Oh, and they started to fight. Who is the fairest? Suddenly comes the gods, their husbands. They come in, it's like, my wife is the hottest. My wife is the sexiest. Well, my wife has the best eyes ever. And my wife cooks the best. And suddenly they start these fights, argument between all the gods and the goddesses about who is the fairest. But that was Aries' way of saying, like, all of you thinking you're above me, superior to me, you're gonna be here and I'm not invited. I'm gonna show you how you're not. April, you're loving it, cool. Diamond Exchange Federation. אוהבים אותך, עמי. Wow, who is Diamond? Oh my god, דובק! דובק, אני אוהב אותך, נשמה שלי. I thought about you this week. I have to talk to you. Dubek is one of my brothers, my brothers from home. Oh my god, this is exciting tonight. So, over this week that has come here, we did a Venus Chiron, and now Mercury comes into Libra. I said what that's about. Mars will oppose Neptune on Thursday. So, building up from Tuesday, there'll be this build-up of like, you wanna nail things, you wanna initiate, but you may be confused. You may deceive yourself, you may be deceived, be careful, but it's also good to take action to perfect the plan and decide, okay, if this is how it should be from now on, but let's do it with compassion, with understanding, in a loving manner. This kind of like really kind of getting things into place. But we could feel weak, disencouraged. The Mars is a bit weakened by this opposition to Neptune, so you might feel kind of maybe inadequacy will come up, maybe a bit weak, or no energy to do it, or don't feel the desire, you feel like you're desiring this, but reality is not quite that. And so this is not, say, from tomorrow it will start until next weekend. It's not necessarily the time to try to succeed, to achieve too much. Because you may be deceived, you may deceive yourself, you may be disappointed, you may disencourage, you may feel inadequate because you're not gonna really manage to get what you want, things like that. This is more a week, not to try to go and be publicly achieving, because you might find yourself actually creating public kind of like the opposite. So again, the main guidance for this week is it will be mostly beneficial for you if you go inward into yourself, in your own quiet space, in your own self, and be creative, be reflective, and use art, use music, dancing, poetry. Use this week. You can use it in order to learn something new, to use your mind in a practical, analytical way to understand something from the occult, astrology, spirituality, anything, any action, Mars, with a need for attention for details, Virgo, that is spiritually based, Neptune in Pisces, will be good. Okay? That's the idea. You have to bring the element of spirit and spiritual development or healing or creativity into your actions this week, and that will be very beneficial for you as an outlet for your inner process and process that will happen around you. That will be the Mars Neptune. But I wanted to tell you about this weekend something. The Sun is on 6 degrees 18 minutes Virgo, and basically it is still squaring the moon nodes, but it happened earlier this morning. Last night. Let's go exactly to the time. This is exactly now. If I go a few hours back, there it is. Let's move a few minutes. There you go. It happened exactly at 4:37 p.m. today. Okay, the Sun 6 degrees in Virgo, squaring the moon nodes. North node in Gemini, South node with Juno in Sagittarius. Okay, South node with Juno, the goddess of marriage, sacred relationships. North node in Gemini with Ceres. Okay, and so today, all this weekend, sit with yourself and reflect and journal and take a moment, right? Gemini, write it down, express it, communicate it between you, between you and others if it's needed, of what just happened to you in your life over the last 2-3 days. leading to today, as the sun is the soul essence, is who your royal true soul self, in Virgo, detoxing the crap, getting clear on things, paying attention to detail, facts, looking at the facts, earth. Virgo is earth. Here in the physical, practical reality of my presence. What is toxic, what is healing, what is pure, what is impure, what is cluttered, what needs to be cleared, what needs to be thrown, what needs to be fixed, what needs to be adjusted, what needs to be, it's like, let's get to the nitty-gritty bottom line of all the details in our life and make sure that the earthy recreation is actually suitable, clean, nice, accommodating for what we have initiated at the beginning of this year in March, when we started the new astrological year, March, okay, in Aries. And as we travel through that, we are now in Virgo. So Aries initiated, okay, here we go, here. Aries initiated, okay. In Taurus, we established the value and the safety, stability, security concept of it, relationships, what we have, what we're taking for the road. Let's say, here you've decided you're going on a road trip. Here you've packed your car. You went to buy all the shoppings. No, here you packed your bag, you packed your car. Here in Gemini, you went and you did your shoppings. You contacted and booked all the hotels, all the stuff you needed to do. Then you came to Cancer, you got to your hotel room and you found your new place and you kind of like feeling your emotional security over there, establishing your journey. Oh, I'm sleeping in my van is so beautiful, so pretty, I'm feeling safe here. Then you go into Leo and you shine. It's like, hey everyone, look at my van, I'm traveling Australia, oh my god, I'm having so much fun, Instagram posts everywhere, yeah. Suddenly it comes to Virgo and you go like, wait a second, why am I on Instagram all day long if I'm traveling Australia? So you're starting to detox your routine around this new creation that you're traveling Australia, but you don't want to be on Instagram all day long, because you're traveling Australia. So then, and suddenly as you do that, oops, you meet someone and you start to establish kind of like a nice relationship. In Libra, it's like, oh, I like you, you like me, yeah, let's travel together for a while, why not? You come to Sagittarius and you think, oh my god, these guys are the best people you ever met and you'll be friends for a lifetime, but then it goes into Scorpio and suddenly they betray you and they abandon you and you don't know what's going on. Oh, sorry, after Libra we go to Scorpio. You suddenly have an intense connection with someone and you go through a mystical experience, and in Sagittarius you kind of developing this optimistic future thing about it, but then you come to Capricorn, you need to structure it, and there is like, there is law and order, and then it comes to Aquarius, and we go like out there into the world and exploring new ways of being based on what we've created, and then in Pisces we surrender it all, the cycle has ended, we let go, as we're about to start a new cycle. So now we're in the Virgo part. Now we're kind of like coming down to the nitty-gritty details of our reality. What serves our future vision, our future dream, our future intention, what is toxic, what is real, what needs to be, what is sustainable, what is not sustainable, these kind of things. Cutting addictions, cleaning your diet, fixing your routine, your timetable, more time for self, less time for work, more time for reading, less time for watching, more time for breathing, less time for taking drugs, things like that, okay? Not necessarily, you don't have to follow those examples, but for example. So the sun in Virgo doing that work, and it aligns, squares the moon nodes. And square is tension, friction, that is designed to create a breakthrough, a shift, a change. And so the sun in Virgo, for the last time, for the next 18 years today. From today, the next time the sun will be squaring the nodes in Gemini Sagittarius will be in 18 years from now, okay? So this calling of the soul, together with the south node, the past, in Sagittarius, how we believed life should be, how we thought we would live our life, what we believed we will do in our life, what we believed, Juno, about marriage, about relationships, about partnership, about friendship, about humanity, about the world, about our neighborhood, about our community, about our business partner, Juno, our closest, most sacred relationships. That which they told us how it should be, how we should behave, you know. For example, there's all this kind of like old stuff, you know. In marriage, you should always sacrifice yourself for the sake of the family. Should we question that? Shall we? As beautiful as it sounds? If you sacrifice yourself for the needs of your family, you know what you will find? A shit family and a destroyed sense of self. Because if you don't value yourself first, and if you don't put yourself first, your family will smell like shit. Said by true. So, don't sacrifice your needs for the sake of family. What's the point? What are you teaching your family? That you need to sacrifice the needs? So who is ever going to be happy in your family? If every generation is teaching the next generation to sacrifice self for the family. For the sake of having family. What's the point? If there is love in the family, for sure, merry go round. Hey? Share, 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 share. But if the family is not good, then you need to look. Where have you sacrificed yourself along the journey of having a family? Or having a boyfriend, or having a girlfriend? So you remember that metaphor, that you found this, in the moment of challenge, you found this new essence of self. And you say, I'm never gonna let you go. But then you meet someone new. And at first you're still holding on to it. But then you slowly, slowly fall in love with them. And you get attached to them. And their sense of love becomes more important than your own sense of love. And your need of their affection, of their love, of their expression, that how much they love you and how good you are and how beautiful you are and how sensual you are and how attractive you are, how smart or funny or whatever you are, you become dependent on them for that life supply. Why don't you tell me you love me anymore? You know that stage? It's that stage that you already know a long time ago that they don't love you, but you've still been holding on because you still want to be loved by them. And now you come to such a crucial point that you even dare in asking them, I know you don't love me anymore. Why don't you love me anymore? And you break down. You go into crisis, you go into trauma, you go into pain. But if you rewind it back, why did that ultimately happen? Because when you fell in love with that person, you fucking left yourself behind, mate. And the universe doesn't like that. Spirit doesn't like it when you leave yourself behind. Spirit doesn't like it when you devalue you, or de-love you, or not accept you, or not approve of you, because now you have someone else in your life that is the source of love, the source of nourishment, the source of protection or safety, the source of money, or the source of fame, or the source. You put in that, it's there, you put it there. And as soon as you put it there, outside of you, you corrupt and disrupt the harmonious flow of energy because you put it there. You have given them your power. You have given them your value. You've given them your love. You've given them your worthiness. And then you wonder why you suffer. Then you wonder why you're in pain. Because the universe, Venus comes to Libra, Mercury comes to justice, excuse me, this is unjust. Simple. Quite simple. But then the human ego start to fight. And it's like, hey, come back, never let go of yourself. Never fall in love. Stand in love. Remember that one. Never fall in love. Stand in love. Stand tall in love. And never fall in love. As soon as you fall in love, you have fallen. Do not fall in love. That's another myth that needs to be smashed. They told us to fall in love. You know, when you fall in love, don't fall in love. It's a drug. Ice. Amphetamine for the masses. Falling in love. Serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin. Give me more, give me more. Okay, I'm done with you. Oh my God, I'm falling in love with you now. Serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm falling in love with you. I'm falling in love. But every time I'm falling in love, why do I fall in love with people that breaks my heart? My darling, you love people that do not really value you because you don't value you. You know what amazed me through my job? I sat in front of the most gorgeous, beautiful, attractive women that didn't love themselves. It was unbelievable in my eyes. I thought, hey, okay, I don't have a six-pack, I have a good reason, but you are like a walking goddess, man. You're a walking goddess and you don't love yourself. Oh my God. And I thought I've got issues. It amazed me. Keep on amazing me. Keep amazing me. And I've really had the honor of working with some really beautiful, gorgeous ladies. And you know, it was a very honorable experience for me to remind them how beautiful they are and how loved they are for being who they are. It was amazing. I was amazed. So yeah, so this Sun square in the notes, what they told us about relationships, what they told us about how we should relate, how we should be in marriage, how we should be in relationship, how should husband behave, how should wives behave, what is the role model of a wife, the role model of a husband, how should a husband and a wife relate. Now we have the lesbians, we have the gays, we have the fluids, we have the binaural, we have the ones that like to, you know, just marry dogs, or I don't know, soon there will be like women with iguanas, you know, whatever, and they will be called like squatricodron, because they just like it anyway with anything with no definition, and anything is like, you know, everything is like humanity is exploring everything in all directions right now. I'm not judging. Go for your life, man. You like dogs, you like women, you like men, go for your life, whatever. Like, no need to do a big fuss about it, you know. One thing is annoying me about, you know, that before the gay and lesbian movement, the rainbow belonged to anyone. And now when you kind of have a rainbow flag, like people related to the gay and lesbians, and that's not fair, because the rainbow belongs to everyone, not just to the gay and lesbians. That's my kind of like, give us back the rainbow, give us back, you know, I'll start a hashtag, reclaim your rainbow from the gay and lesbian movement. I love gay and lesbians, don't get me wrong. I have many of them around. So, this square between the sun and the moon nodes, very important, soul calling, destiny is calling. North node in Gemini with black moon Lilith, calling to rebel against the old way. Black moon is like, rebel against this Juno, rebel against her. She always tells us to be this, to be that, to be this, to be that. Enough, it's been thousands of years like that. It's time to move forward. Soon we're gonna marry aliens, okay? How are we gonna call human that marry aliens? Human alien? Oh no, I'm gay, I'm lesbian. I used to be a lesbian, now I'm into alien. So, Black Moon Lilith rebelling against the old past stuff. With the North Node in Gemini. Gemini, make up your own mind, look into your local environment, do your own research, your own study, your own learning, develop your own voices, your own truth, explore your own direction. Where do you want to go? It's about you. It's not about anyone else. It's not about what they think. It's not about what they tell you. It's not about what they say. It's about where you want to go. Even if your friends, family, partners, co-workers, managers, advisors, whatever they tell you. I've heard many opinions and advices in the last few weeks in regard to some topics. Some of them were very good, some of them were not so good. I didn't take any of them as my own. I listened to them all, but I've heard none. Because I'm hearing me. What am I thinking about all this? Where am I taking my life? Which decision do I want to make? What do I see in my mind's eye, in my intuition? Because as we go through this challenge, it's a true soul calling here. So the last few days, they have brought the wound in relationship, the wound in your health, in your physical reality. The Venus Chiron has come up to the surface. At the same time that Mercury was on the 24th degree before, it was trining Pluto, so it was going deep into the details, intimate, deep, uncovering, discovering, facing shadows. And it's all around Venus, balance, judgment, equality. And it's kind of like, it's Mercury with Pluto, Pluto in Capricorn. It's about people, figures of authority in your life, or government, or powers, whomever they may be, who have corrupted the order, who have abused, suppressed, manipulated, lied, deceived. That's what Pluto is doing in Capricorn. It's digging into any pockets of lack of integrity, any pockets of corruption in the order of power and control and structure and law and order, Capricorn. And he's going and he's literally removing one by one, disrupting one by one, killing, dying, and beginning. That's Pluto. And it's going to keep on doing that in Capricorn till 2024. And as Pluto is doing that, he's squaring Aries. So what we're going to see more and more now is more and more people marching the streets, more protests. It's all around the world. We don't see it on mainstream media, but it's all around the world. More protests, more people marching the streets, more Aries in Aries. Right? So Aries, the goddess of the people, disruption for justice, marching the streets, rebelling. Against what? Against the suppression of Pluto in Capricorn, the suppression of government, authority, abuse of power, lack of integrity, misuse of power, of money, of sex, all the pedophile ring, the sex rings, the money corruption, the juice is... I said it from the beginning. When all this story will end, we will look back and we realize it's exactly the same old bullcrap. Greed is the mother of all sins. Greed corrupts the soul. It's the Gollum in Lord of the Rings. My precious one. That's what greed does. It corrupts you. It changes the way you think. You become possessed about something that you want, and it's this demon creeping into you and just destroying every temple that you are. And all this is greed, you know. So Aries is now gonna stir the people, the movement of the people. In Aries, it's people marching the streets. I have a voice, I have a say, I have a truth, I have a faith, I have wisdom that deserves to be heard, I have knowledge that deserves to be heard. And it's more and more and more and more. And Mercury comes into Libra with Venus, so it's like everyone has the right to express what they believe. Everyone has the right to express what they think. Someone has created a collective narrative that everyone should drink juice. But everyone think like that because someone told them to think like that, and there's other people who are saying we shouldn't drink juice, and they're being judged. They've been alienated, they've been criticized, they've been shamed, they've been blamed, they've been ridiculed, and you better wake up and ask yourself, why? Why are the people that are calling for freedom and sovereignty are being ridiculed and ashamed and blamed and cursed and attacked? And I want to take you back to the school, to your classroom, to remind you that there were times that the cool guys have mocked the nerd, the unprivileged, the poor or ugly or fat or nerdy with the glasses, the skinny that looked funny, that she wasn't the prettiest girl or the most beautiful girl, and he wasn't the prettiest boy or the most beautiful boy or the most coolest or successful or smart, and he was being picked on, and she was being picked on by a group of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cool people. What did you do when that happened and you saw it? I tell you what I did. I allowed the cool guys to do whatever they want to the nerd guy. I didn't join them. I watched it with my heart quenching. But as soon as they left, I walked towards that boy. And I remember that boy very clearly in my mind's eye. And I've put my hands on his shoulder. And I looked into his eyes and I told him, don't listen to them. Don't let them get into your heart. That wasn't nice what they did. Okay? Pick yourself up and move forward. And he looked up to me and he smiled at me. And he remained my friend. Because he could see that I was backing his soul up in that moment. That's what I'm saying. Don't ridicule and judge and blame and shame other people because you want to be a part of the cool. You want to be a part of the majority. The winners of this time will be the disruptors, the pioneers, the free individual sovereign consciousness that think for themselves and no one is able to corrupt their soul. We will be the heroes of this time. And all those that fell down the trap, they will feel sad that they have done that. And they will thank us for the rest of their life that we have done what we have done. As the sun is now squaring the moon nodes, the last thing I want to say about it, the north node is with Ceres. Ceres is the goddess of harvest. It's kind of like, what are you taking with you into the future? What do you need for your future? Who are you keeping with you? Who are you letting go? But it's very, very important, because this is the final moments of the gates closing. And wherever you are is where you choose to be. And the people you choose to be with is the people you're going to go through the journey with. So if it's dark, it's going to be fun. You know what I'm saying? If you get a full flight and the guy next to you is farting every second, stinky fart, you know? You could see that, the flight is coming back from Kawasan and that guy just had like the most terrible seafood. You can smell it. Oh my God, all flight long. I have to do that. Worse than that, you go to Medicina. You sit for the Medicina. As 5 minutes after you drink the tea, suddenly the guy next to you begins to shake like crazy. And you go like, oh no, we're just starting, man. I don't know about you. It happened. I recommend walking to another place from the beginning. If you want to have a good journey, just walk away. Go to where you need to be. Go to where your mind tells you need to go. Go to where your soul is guiding you to go. You listen to your soul. The sun is squaring the north node in Ceres. You listen to your soul. Not to other people. Not to the world. Not to the belief. Not to the values. Not to no. To your soul you better listen. Better listen. Today also, yesterday the moon has passed through Uranus as well. So that was another aspect. As we go through this week, the main things to pay attention to is that the sun is passing the square, and then the sun is coming into the alignment with Saturn. And it will be Sun quincunx Saturn will be felt from today until Thursday, and you will feel like your sense of self-expression and authority is a bit restricted. Your sun restricted by Saturn. You may be blocked, you have obligations, you may feel frustration or tension because of the imbalances between what you want to be, your future, and who you are right now, your past. So it's like the moon nodes playing with the sun. As the sun comes into Saturn, you go like, I really want to be that and live that, but I'm that and I need that, and this need blocks me, and this needs to change, and da. So you have to be flexible, do the hard work with patience, self-discipline. Okay? This week I'm telling you, go into your sacred cocoon. If you really ask me, go into your studio with your favorite creative tools, art, music, paints, whatever, lock the door and just stay there, baby. You come up with an amazing masterpiece this week. And you won't find yourself damaging your entire life. But I don't say run away from facing it. If it will come, be ready. On Wednesday, the moon moves into Virgo. And let's see, where are we? No, sorry. On Thursday, the moon moves into, Wednesday moon moved into Cancer, and on Thursday we've got the Mars opposition to Neptune, which is coming, let's see, why not? The playlist moved to Ajit Kaur, so now we're listening to Ajit Kaur. Beautiful lady. Oh, she took me somewhere. Just a second. back to Neptune 22. Beautiful voice, yes, beautiful. Ajit. Okay, 2205. There we go. So the exact alignment of Mars and Neptune, the opposition happens on Friday at 2:57. No. Okay. 2:56 a.m. on Friday, so Thursday night. Thursday night, 2:56 is exact opposition of Mars and Pluto, okay? Also, it's not recommended to take risks, okay? Because Mars is like, I need some adrenaline action, but you may be deceived, so be careful of like deceiving money schemes. You know, don't go and click on free Bitcoins or free Ethereum or give me half Ethereum and I'll make you this amount of money, or if you buy this shitcoin, you will make 10 times more. Bitcoin, all these kind of things, you know, just be careful of that. Don't take unnecessary risk this week. What else I kind of put down for me? Okay. Well, yeah, so Mars also relate to sex, because Mars is like the sexual drive, the penetration. And so, you know, if you kind of like, you have like high expectation around your career and your sex, which is Mars, it might be out of touch with reality. So also be careful with that. But also has a potential of falling victimhood to drugs, money schemes, online dating, conspiracy. So careful that Tuesday, mainly Tuesday into Friday. Just be aware of not falling down any kind of schemes around drugs or money or, you know, investments, dating, conspiracy, things like that. Best way is to conserve this energy and use it through creative, spiritual way, and you will feel fulfillment from that. And then on Friday, the moon goes into Leo. Oh, this is Friday already. So let's see where we are. Venus is on 20 degrees Libra. Mercury already 4 degree Libra. Mars opposition to Neptune 22. The 10 is on 10 Virgo. And the next thing that will happen is Venus with Neptune. So Venus right here on the 20. Once you move to the 22, let's move another day forward. 22, 52. No, that's too much. Okay. Venus 22. Neptune 2204. So there we go. It's here. It happens on. Okay. Saturday 10:10:10. Look at that amazing timing. 10:10:10 a.m. on Saturday. Venus will quincunx Neptune, and this is very romantic. It adds to the love, because Venus is the goddess. Remember, Venus is the lower octave of Neptune, of love. So Venus is earthy love, Neptune is high devotional love, unconditional love, and these alignments can kind of like bring kind of like love and romance. At the same time, this is happening also Jupiter. There's so much I wanted to share with you, but I told you this live stream will be different. I wanted to share much more about the alignments. Mercury will trine Saturn as well. Where are you, Mercury? Here's Mercury. So yeah, at the same time that Venus aligns with Neptune, okay, here's your Neptune, and here's your Venus, 2204, 2204. At the same time, Mercury is starting to align with Saturn here, okay. So this brings kind of like serious frame mind, good concentration, attention to details. You can get things done in nice, neat, no mistakes on time. It's good for the mental work, to study, to do your taxes, to important decisions, negotiations. So it's kind of, the energy is shifting. It's like until this Mars Neptune on the Thursday night into Friday, until then there is this kind of like a bit of weird energy. that we may feel low, unmotivated, trying to get things done, but feeling weird, maybe deceived, maybe not deceived. There is all these things going on. We're coming off the sun square in the nose. Everyone trying to understand where we're taking our future to, what do we need to let go of the past, how we're going to do it. Okay, if we've decided to create it, to initiate this change, how this is going to happen, how we're going to do it, what needs to be done, what is your part, what is my part, all these things we're all trying to figure out. But Mars is opposing Neptune, so it may be a bit confusing, may feel a bit low, like inadequate, insecure, because you may deceive yourself, confuse yourself. But if you go deep within, inside of you, into your connection with spirit, with creativity, with inspiration, you will be able to navigate through the waters of this week in a good way that will be very beneficial and supportive, and building your own sense of self from within into divine connection with yourself. Neptune in Pisces, into healing, into psychic development, into intuitive development, into understanding, into realization. And as this is happening, suddenly comes the shift of the weekend, and Mercury aligns with Saturn, and it brings that practical, serious thought, being able to put down things and do things in the right way, no mistakes, planning for long term into the future, signing contracts, confidence, commitment, making permanent results and achievements, new friendships, new partnerships, family matters, insurances, wills, investment. Good to have time, to chat to wise older people, to get advice, and if you're with younger people, to give advice to the young people. This is Saturn with Mercury, and at the same time this is happening, Venus is aligning with Mars. So here is Venus, here is Mars, 22, and this alignment, it's good for romance. It brings the sexuality and affection, feel sexy, hot, confident, assertive. This is all coming in suddenly. And then Venus square Pluto, and Venus here on the 22, and Pluto is on the 24, and I'm taking you into it one day forward. And here's the Venus on the 23rd. This is the Sunday. We're gonna meet you on the love stream next week. And then comes the Monday, and the Monday is the new moon, and it's a very, very good new moon. It's an amazing new moon, exciting new beginnings. Amazing, something cool is happening. So this last week was this kind of like turmoil, challenges, struggles, confrontations, fears, all these things happening, and how you're gonna face it, how you're gonna navigate through it, how you're gonna hold vibration of love, light and wisdom and peace through it. Now this week is gonna come as like, okay, so now that this happened, now these changes need to happen. So let's pay attention to the details. We're in Virgo season. This need to go there. You take this, I take this, you do that, I do this, I think this, okay, this need to stop, this need to begin, this need to end, this need to start, But this week will be like, oh, am I doing the right thing? I don't know, with the Neptune, I hope I'm doing the right thing. As like I'm telling you right now, whatever happened to you this week that just passed, leading to this weekend, was absolutely your divine calling. Do not doubt it, do not fear it, do not disqualify it. Make sure that you understand what Spirit is guiding your soul to do. Because this week, let's start implementing it. Okay? Let's understand that, yes, we're just coming out of full moon in Aquarius. Yes, there's some people we need to let go of. Yes, the old world we need to let go of. Yes, we need to go into a foreign new place, a foreign new territory, Uranus. An alien out of our comfort zone, may feel cold for a while, may feel weird, you might feel an alien of some kind, but you have to let go if you want to create your new moon in Leo on the Lion's Gate, your true soul calling kingdom in this time of darkness and weirdness. And so comes now the final week towards the new moon in Virgo. And this week is bringing all this kind of weirdness into it that you need to navigate through. And if you fall down your ego of Mars, you will fall down to the deception and the illusion of all these lies, whatever is going on, by holding on to an illusion of the past, South Node with Juno, instead of going to the future, new exciting developments, new connections, new people, new way of thinking, new way of being, with Ceres. Take only what you really need for the future and get going, baby. Okay? And come this week, and it's the navigation through it, and it's gonna be a bit weird, a bit uncomfortable. You need to be careful. Recommended again to go inwards, be creative, use it for devotion, for connection. Whatever you do, bring spirit into your activity and you'll be better. You'll navigate better. Remember, Virgo, it's about being humble, selfless service. Maybe do good things for other people. Will take you out of your own troubled, traumatic mind, and will make sure that you act in the right way and you stay in the vibration of love and devotion and kindness and compassion, and not going to fall down the trap of the illusion of this week energy. And then you're coming into the new moon next Monday in Virgo, new moon trine Uranus, and it's exciting new beginning with lots of good omens. Surrender. Sister Ajit, beautiful sister. You know, surrender. Walk gracefully on this earth. This song, I love this song. Kiss the earth. It's like let's kiss the earth. Jules, hello Jules. Hola Costa, hello Costa, beautiful brother. It's good to see you. Hello Tess. Hello Habibti, I missed you. Missed you, Tess. So yeah. Use this week again. Use devotion, spirituality in all your actions, all your thoughts, and it will save you from disgrace. It will save you from embarrassment, humiliation, losing face, misbehaving, misthinking. Just don't do that to yourself. And don't be afraid. Whatever is falling apart in your life, don't be afraid. Even if you're really afraid, don't be afraid of being afraid as well. If you need to feel some fear for some moments, yeah, but in the moments you feel afraid, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid even when you're afraid. Don't be afraid. Because even that fear will pass. Hello, Leah. Hello, Asma, relax. So, beautiful people, I will say goodbye to you. It is 9 p.m. and 4 minutes. It's been a different love stream as I promised. But you know, there was a lot of important messages were delivered tonight. If you noticed it or not, I could notice what was sneaking in through the moments I was talking. And yeah, if you didn't fully catch it all, just maybe re-watch it and kind of see what it brings you. But there was a lot of gems that I dropped on you. Thank you to our beautiful community on Patreon for your support, for your love, for being here with me. If you want to support what I do and what I offer, this is my service that the community behind me is supporting me in being able to offer. You can come to patreon.com/healingdelight and join us. You'll be a part of our community. You get the new moon and full moon sound healing meditations, which are recorded on every new moon and full moon. You get to be a part of our Telegram chat rooms, which we have 5-6 of them, different subjects, lots of awesome empowerment. And you get to be a part of our arc through the stormy waters. And yeah. Do me a favor, press like on this YouTube movie and share it with your friends. Pass it forward. Subscribe to our channel. It helps. We are nearly in 800 subscribers nearly. And it's funny because I know many people watching it. They're telling me, but I don't see it in the numbers. Stay strong in spirit, beautiful family. Remember that Spirit loves you, God is always guiding you, and follow the heart, follow love. Don't let anything corrupt you, okay? I love you dearly. We'll finish with Sister Ajit, why not? Well, let's take it to the...
Walk quietly, my love. Let's kiss this earth we walk upon with our steps.
Love your family. You'll be love. You'll be light. You'll be peace. But remember, it doesn't mean that the shitballs won't fly your way. Well, if they do, be love, be peace, be light. Don't fall down the trap. I love you. Thank you. Lots of love to you. Peace.